Guys, welcome to our 41st episode, if you're keeping track at home. And if you're not, we just told you. And of course, today is Thursday, March 15th. We're live from Redmond, Washington. This tall drink of water to my right. Her name is Tara Voelker.
I am not tall.
This drink of water to my right. Anyway, it's Girls Thursday. It's Esports Ladies Thursday.
These are my favorite ones. This is the second time we've got to do the all ladies esports show.
I'm telling you right now, it is one of my favorites, and you are one of my favorites, and I don't care who knows it.
You're one of my favorites.
Stop, guys. There's all the love here. All the love here. And we're all about FTL and interactivity. What does that mean, Tara?
That is low latency interactivity. You interact with us as the show go on because of our sub-second latency, which you're watching right now. Like we're doing it like right now. Like
we're literally,
what?
We do this, you see it.
That's it. In under a second.
This will definitely make some promo soda. That's how it is. Okay, so there's a lot to cover in the esports scene. Of course, this show is for you, so you get to decide what you hear about, what we give you details on through those voting options that you'll see soon below the video window.
That's right. We may be up on the desk, but you're in the driver's seat. You get to choose the esports we talk about. Plus, we'll have trivia, more videos to highlight, more interviews with people in the scene, and much more.
I'm miming. Here we go. So be sure to get your selection in if you want to hear the latest from your favorite esports. But before we get into the games, it's time for
Clip of the Week.
We're using our hands more today. That's what you get when Tara and Kate do a show. It's great. This clip of the week. We're saying things. Okay, so this time around, we have to highlight the upcoming Smite Pro League. Starts this Tuesday. That's March 20th at 1 p.m. Eastern. That's 10 a.m. Pacific. Find that at mixer.com/Smite Game. This will be the Season 5 premiere for Pro League. We have a quick clip that Hi-Rez made that brings to attention two heavyweight teams who will be competing on Tuesday. Tara, let's check it out.
Game number 1, team Energy State 5, game number 3 here. Their first one of the set. They are going a little bit forward. Rival has dethroned the king.
All right, there you have two Smite Titans, Team NRG and Team Rival, having a rematch on the first day of Pro League next week, Tuesday. Mixer is pleased to have the Smite community on the platform, and we're really using our arms.
Just
and
so
we
much.
We hope you tune in on Tuesday, March 20th at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific on mixer.com/Smite Game.
That was nice. That felt good.
I feel like we rehearsed that. Like
It almost
both.
did. Like, believe me, we didn't. You'll learn that throughout this entire show. At any rate, well, let's talk live voting. Of course, we have got interactivity enabled, right? Meow. And we're going to have voting from time to time. So take a look at the 4 choices from the next segment. I use words and face mouth things. So these choices are below the video window in the interactive section. Just click on the one you want. You got 30 seconds to vote. Tara, how's life?
It's doing pretty good. I mean,
You're a busy gal.
it'll be even better if everyone votes for Overwatch League, though.
Oh, you know what? I like the
So-
way you think. I'm jumping on your bandwagon.
I'm really partial.
I see it, and that's okay. I get
Ooh,
that.
and it's pulling ahead.
Hey now.
Thank you, guys.
There are some tough choices today. Agreed. More like Uber Watch. Okay, we're playing without a net today, so let's talk about. Looks like we in fact got your
Overwatch.
Tara, it feels like the right time for you to jump in there.
It is.
I'll
All right.
follow.
It is week 4 of the second stage of the Overwatch League, aka. All right, but before we talk about this week's games, let's recap how week 3 went down. On the first day, LA Gladiators managed to beat the LA Valiant, which made me sad because I chose the Valiant, for the first time in the L. Which was, I'm gonna really struggle to not
It's
hoot
happening.
now. All
Well,
right.
you are a hoot, so I see it.
All right, anyway, but that was a big deal since they've always been the underdog LA team. On Thursday, Valiant came back from their loss and smashed Houston 4-0, while Philly managed to score a point against Seoul, yet still lost 1-3.
It's true. Now on Friday, Philly managed to score 3 points against top dogs New York Excelsior as well, but still lost 1-3. And finally on Saturday, the LA Gladiators produced another upset led by beating third-ranked team, that's London Spitfire, 3-1. Now remember, London, New York Excelsior, and another team whose name, Seoul. They all have, the majority of their team are from Korea, so powerhouses all around. All in all, a great week for the Gladiators. They're really working their way through the rankings.
Yeah, now for yesterday's matches, in Game 1, Dallas went up against Boston, who I don't cheer for, but Boston's a strong team and they won the match 4-0. In Game 2, top teams New York and Seoul went head-to-head. Wow, I can't read. And while it was a close match, New York came out on top 3-2. It's definitely worth a watch of the video on demand. An intense match like that is hard to follow, though. Game 3 was Philly versus Shanghai, and Philly took them with a win 4-0.
4-0 handedly. Games continue today with one taking place right after this at 7 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow, matches start at 7 p.m. Eastern. Saturday, of course, games kick off 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm trying to sound like Puckett. I try.
All right, tonight's 9 p.m. match of the LA Gladiators versus Houston should be interesting. Houston's currently ranked 5th, and considering the Gladiators' recent win streak against some of the best teams in the league, Houston might want to buckle up.
Maybe they're outlaws and maybe they're outlawed. To catch the Overwatch action live, check the schedule or watch the VODs. Tune in at overwatchleague.com, Twitch or MLG.tv, and make sure to follow them at Overwatch League on Twitter for up-to-the-minute news. And just, to help that little mom-and-pop organization keep doing their e-sportiness.
They need all the help they can.
Guys, there's a GoFundMe. Think of this. Just kidding. It's called GoFundMe. It's called Robert Kraft. La la la. Anyway, nothing to say here. But Smurf, yes, Dallas Fuel did make headlines this week, or more importantly, one of their now ex-players, which we won't get into, but I totally understand. If you want more information on that, there's some fabulous podcasts that you could watch and listen to, one of which is called TCR, The Center Ring, which I'm a huge fan of, as well as Nerf This, friend of the show. Anyway, fun facts. Let's see what we got going on for our next segment. Drum roll, please.
All right.
Yay! Now, here's what's interesting. I'm looking at Smite, console series, obviously.
Yep.
Call of Duty, for sure. StarCraft 2, I got it. What is Top 5 EGLX?
Ooh.
You know what? Do you want to find out?
I want to find out.
I see. It's Melee and Smash.
Ooh.
Little fighting game community, kids. Fighting game commune.
I was in that community once back in the day. I used to play competitive Street Fighter.
No kidding.
Yeah, Street Fighter Third Strike back in the dawn of time.
I was about to say.
I'm dating myself right now. Is what I'm.
You've married yourself.
Lots of sunscreen, kids. That's how you keep this.
See? We're full of tips today. You come here for skincare as well as your esportsness. But let's talk Call of Duty, shall we?
All right, so 172 of the best teams, Call of Duty World War II from North America, Europe, and Asia Pacific assembled in the Georgia World Congress Center in Atlanta to compete for $200,000 at the CWL Atlanta Open. Led by Looney since 2004, Rise Nation is also composed of TJ Haley, Methods, and Gunless. As that's a dangerous strategy in a Call of Duty game.
I know.
All right, at the beginning of 2018, the team won the CWL Las Vegas Open, but haven't had another first place finish at a major until now.
Now, when it came down to the championship bracket, Rise squashed FaZe 3-0, clutched Game 5 against Envy, and knocked Luminosity's lights out, I like what you did there, in a 3-1 set. Now, after Europe's Red Reserve made a triumphant loser's bracket run to land them in the grand final, Rise Nation shut them down 3-1, showing everyone the results of determination and adaptation.
Some might consider this a surprise, as the team has only won a single Games Battle 2K event at the beginning of the year. However, Rise Nation has been showing significantly better results since achieving the current roster. The team is consistently placed in the top 4 of Game Battles events, and more importantly, they came in 3rd place at the last NWL New Orleans Open. The team that knocked them out of that tournament was none other than Luminosity. So this tournament served as a well-earned revenge.
I like those revenge plots. Now, these two teams are only getting better as the Call of Duty World League continues with CWL Birmingham at the end of the month. The hype isn't ending anytime soon, so make sure to keep up with the results. Watch the action live. Head over to cod.majorleaguegaming.com.
All right.
There you go. That's how we do. That's what happens when I forget what I was going to say. But yes, we had a lot of news, a lot of esports. This is, I think, I was trying to figure out the sort of the timing, right, of big esports and it was throughout the year, right? And truth be told, it's kind of, while people are voting here, and of course we got Smite, we got Top 5, EGLX, League of Legends, StarCraft 2. I was trying to figure out sort of when you have a big, like, there's basically esports all the time now.
Yeah.
Right? It's just year-round tournaments, and sometimes they'll take time off for Christmas, New Year's, whatever, but they're also based on geographics. So, like, you know, the Chinese Lunar New Year, that was, you know, big in China, but not here. So there was tournaments for the Chinese teams that they didn't want to do.
So, well, and it's always interesting when you watch esports around, like, the game development cycle.
There it is.
Because tons of stuff gets pumped out, especially near the end of the year.
Totally.
And so when you come in spring, it's like hot, fresh new content that you got to deal with. So I feel
New
like
metas right away, right there.
So it's like a whole bunch of tournaments that get started, and those are like the real wild card ones because everyone's adapting to new metas that just got launched at the end of the year.
Yeah, that's why I always think it's so interesting that, like, you know, if you're thinking about esports versus traditional sports, there's always an idea in my head where it's like, well, yeah, basketball is difficult, don't get me wrong, you need athletic prowess and everything, but what if you change the rules every now and again?
Just mix it up.
That's called esports, okay? Get into it. Or just watch the show. But let's talk about Melee and Smash, shall we?
Yes. Over the weekend, EGLX took place in lovely
Canada, I believe is how it's pronounced.
where players fought.
Tara is coming here because she cares, people. Let's all be excited.
All
and
right.
she's doing a great job.
All right. So they were fighting in games from Halo.
We're fighting in games.
Dude, if you can't say the phrase, just skip it.
Just skip it.
Just skip it. All right, from Halo to CS:GO to Dragon Ball Fighter Z, which I think
Have you
it's
dabbled?
there. Namco came out and says it's Dragon Ball Fighters, but no one says
Really?
that. They did.
That's a first.
Everyone
I've
still
not
calls
heard
it
before.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z, and I'm with you, community. We're pronouncing that Z. It's capitalized.
We are making a stand by sitting at this desk.
All right, and Smash Brothers, and this week we're going to give you the top 5 plays we saw in Smash Brothers at EGLX.
It's true. Now coming in, let's talk numero 5, also known as numero 5. It's actually the Melee singles grand final match, the way EGLX ended. With freezing temperatures over the weekend in Canada, it seemed neither players were happy about the convention conditions as they took the final match. Here we go. Hungry Box. Let's see. Here we go. He's on the right-hand side there, and he is using his...
Jigglypuff.
Yeah, no. Sorry, I read it. I processed it, and then I giggled about it. He knocks Fox off the stage, but Hungry Box chases after thwarting pull-ups. Recovery in it. I can't use words either today, so just for that. Both stocks with a mutual destruction. And Hungry Box took pull-up. Okay, just you finish it. I can't.
All right. From 0 to death with a quick jab and a rested combo, and Plup then self-destructed off the stage to close out EGLX. Neither player were happy about literally freezing on the stage, but that's how the weather earned the top 5 slot for taking out both finalists.
and we should know. Okay, let's talk about number 4 moving right along. So, that number 4 clip is reserved for the monster that is AMSA. OMSA. Great name. So OMSA isn't scared of taking risks, especially as Yoshi, and he had some rather fun games to play throughout the tournament, so this one goes to you. You quickly see Amsa headbutting Axe into the abyss and winning the round despite Axe's noble try to get a recover. Amsa then gives the crowd a little deja vu by taking out Ice in a very similar way and finally showing Crush the same spike as well. However, Amsa wasn't finished with Crush, getting Crush into a juggle, not jungle, what the French, and down being him into the sky, competing Crush's journey around the world. I'll be honest, I love the fighting game community. I'm just not good at using words.
No, it's got a lot of jargon, and then all of them pick weird names. Like Lady Au Pair, my tag that no one can pronounce, originated from when I was in the fighting game community.
See?
So it's just part of this.
It's just how you roll, and I love it. Why don't you continue with number 3?
All right, the number 3 spot goes to this disgusting combo from Isam against Wadi. Beginning the match with a handshake, Wadi did not expect came As soon as the match started, let's just roll the clip.
Let's just roll it.
All right. Don't blink. Insom didn't hesitate to grapple Wadi and begin the juggle to space. As Wadi, not getting a single chance to recover, gets sent off the screen and losing his first stock within the first 8
Here
seconds.
it is. Here it is. And what are we at? We're at 5. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, and that's how we do. Anticlimactic, to be sure.
All right.
There it is.
The number 2 spot doesn't go to any player. Ooh, I jumped ahead. Just kidding. We ready? I hope you're ready.
There it is. What? Next, number 2. Clippities. Yep, that's right.
All right. But instead, the town stage in Animal Crossing, which is my favorite stage. As Islam went against Lima in the best of 5, both players up to 2 wins in the best of 5, each with 1 stock left. How does this end? Let's take a look.
Take it. Where a knockout would be fairly easy. Okay, so Lima
Boom,
gets,
there it was.
There it is. That was fairly easy. It's true. But there you go. Lima's standing on, rescuing SM, where he recovers and takes out Lima. Bam, 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 bam. Shoot back. Peace out. O-Town. Sorry. Okay, let's move on to number 1. Okay, let's keep this train rolling. Kate, the number 1 clip is just a beautiful and well-executed combo by Plump. Plop. This is the problem. Down to 1 stock. Plop takes out Mike Hayes not only once, but Mike's return. Plop decides they both should be 1 stock. Roll it. It's still rolling. Here we go. Combo.
I love your. I want you to
I'm
be
great
a
at casting.
That's what I want. And there we go. We got Fox with the blow. All right. Anyway. Oh, so he.
Yeah, it's a grapple.
So basically, he got Hayes into a grapple combo, bringing him from 0 to 106 damage, and then dropping him off the stage to even the score. Smash always has some of the sickest plays and tends to keep giving us clips of golden clips to work with.
And there he goes, off the stage, much like my career. But that's not here nor there. Let's talk about what we're gonna talk about today. Sorry, that was a weird moment, but that's what today is all about.
I feel like we have jumped the rail. We are jumping the shark.
Yeah, we're gone. We've fallen off that.
We're bringing
whatever.
you high quality content.
That's right. We're great. Oh, hey, speaking of high quality content, how many games were played at the EGLX event? You've got an options 1 to 5, 6 through 10, or 6 to 10, 11 to 15, or 16 to 20. Now remember, this event had, let's see, fighting in communities. They had CS:GO. They had other things.
They had Halo.
Halo. Do they have COD?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
I remember that I messed up reading the games on the teleprompter, though.
That is something I also remember.
It was a good time.
I remember doing that myself. So yeah, here we go. You got, are we done with the thing there? Our valiant, fearless producer? We are done. Okay, cool. So the real answer to this feels like D. Yay! I'm good at things. Anyway, yes, well done, those of you who answered D. And remember, at the end of our lovely and talented and somewhat off-the-rails show, we will be able to see the leaderboards to see who is at the top of these little trivia questions we got. So remember, while you're answering, to just beat Linux. Which Call of Duty team got first place at CWL Atlanta? Now, that happened over the weekend. Hot Atlanta. So we got E United, Optic Gaming, Rise Nation, or Complexity. I believe I know the answer to this question, and I'm gonna.
Everyone viewing is going for.
They're going for Optic, which I totally understand.
Ooh, is that a hint? Is that a hint there?
I think so. Is it a hint? I'm trying to remember. Actually, you know what's funny? Here's what's funny. I know that they played in the finals because I got a text about it. Like, will they actually bring down the green wall? And now that I'm remembering it, I don't remember. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Guys, this is another like, hey, listen, Call of Duty, let's do this thing. What? Okay, so Lennox. It was C.
Oh.
Rise Nation took down the green wall.
No one voted for Rise Nation.
Wow,
you were
guys.
all wrong.
I mean, listen, D-Rock 1995, green wall, baby. I totally understand the sentiment. Unfortunately, they did not understand the win, which, quite frankly, about darn time. Way to go, Rise Nation. A solid work from you. We have one more trivia for this section there. L-Town-tastic. Let's take a look at the board. Everybody better. Almost. There it is. Which Overwatch team is highest on the standings? Oh, okay. Shoot.
So I can see why people are, you know, the London won the first, what are they calling? Season?
I think it would be
series?
stage.
Stage? I don't know what they're calling him.
Boy, you know, sometimes you just gotta see how it looks pretty evenly spread between everybody.
Yeah.
And survey says. Oh, just kidding. You have 15 more seconds.
Haha.
Make your selections. Remember, you will be tested and given a lovely leaderboard standing at the end of this. What you call it?
But, you know, we're trying to have you guys beat Lennox, and you guys got last question wrong. So you're.
I mean, what does a person have to do? Did we restart? Oh, okay. Looks like, okay, nobody. I was going to say, nobody went for C. Those of you who went for New York Excelsior, good work.
You did it.
They are highest on the standings.
I can see why people voted for London. London is a super solid team, and like they won the last stage, which we're calling it.
It's fair. It's they won the last thing.
Yeah,
the last deal. Hey, speaking of deals,
we got a deal for you.
We do have a deal for you that only you can help us deal. Anyway, let's see what's going on here. We got votes. We got Smite console again. We got Gears vid. This is a nice highlight. If you're into the Gears community, highly recommend. League of Legends, of course, and StarCraft DOS. Looks like Gears is firmly in the lead right now. Firmly in the lead.
Only getting more in the lead.
Only getting more in the lead. Because we've got a lot of Gears fans. Because Gears is awesome. And Gears Esports is super cool. I won't deny it. In fact, I'm just going to vote for it.
Ooh.
That's right, because I only have one vote, and you all have the rest.
Round over.
Hey, look at that. Well, Gears? Okay, so here it is, video highlights. It's one of the segments we get to showcase stories within the esports scene that we think you need to watch. For this video, we got
a mini profile piece with Ronin Esports Gear of War team made by the Coalition. They're just up in Vancouver for the recent Gears Pro Circuit Mexico Open event.
Ooh.
What makes us more unique than other teams, I feel like we're more organized than other teams, but we still have the ability to, you know, get a lot of kills.
So far in Season 2, we've been showing a way more consistent Echo Fox. As long as we stay consistent, you know, we'll win a lot of tournaments this season.
So Season 2 is going to be different for me personally. I think I'm going to try to step my game up, be a better teammate.
What drives me to, you know, continue, you know, my Gears of War career is just being recognized as one of the best all time. Optic, they're a great team. They show they were very dominant in Season 1, but I do feel like they had kind of like a drop off this season. I feel like their playstyle just fit way too well with the update in Season 1. Their playstyle is bounce, 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 get in your face and chunk you. Now they can't really do that with this new update. Like, they take damage from far away, so it kind of changes the way they play. And our team, that's just how we play. We play very defensive, so it kind of fits more towards what we do. And I feel like we'll be able to expose that a lot more this season.
Man, if there's one esport tournament that I really want to see, it's any Gears esports tournament in Mexico City.
Those events look so
nutty McGinnis.
Amazing.
It's true. Now, if you like that video, check out Gears of War's YouTube channel at YT. Yep, that's youtube.com. I'm good. Check it out at youtube.com/Gears of War. No spaces, and follow their channel on Mixer at Gears. Mixer.com/Gears of War. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Don't worry about it, because we have a lot of goodies buried within these video highlights. So if you see it as a voting option, make sure to select it. Speaking of voting, let's vote again.
Shall we? Shall we open it up? Okay, we get Smite's still there. We got NHL 18 up on the board. That's a nice new one.
Ooh.
League of Legends and of course StarCraft 2. Now League of Legends, obviously we are firmly into the spring split. Is that right? Yep, I know things. Anyway, in both here in NA as well as EU and LPK and LOL. I just can't. At any rate, yes, we've got a lot of options here. Looks like we've got a 4-way tie. Really?
Ooh.
Okay, I'm calling it. League of Legends is one. Haha. Let's talk about week 8. Would you like to start?
Yeah. So
Good.
week 8 of the North America League of Legends Championship Series has come to a close. And this was a week for the books. For those who don't know, the North America LCS is a series of weekly matches between 10 pro League of Legends teams set to battle it out over 9 weeks. At the end of the group stage, the top 6 will qualify for the summer playoffs, in which the winner will get their cut, $200,000, and a spot in the mid-season invitational for 2018. Now, let's talk standings.
Let's. So tied in 9th place, we have the Golden Guardians. This is a new team this year, and yes, they are affiliated with the Golden State Warriors. Now, we have Golden Guardians bringing up 9th as well as Optic Gaming. I think possibly the only thing that Optic's not particularly fantastic at. Anyway, Team GG's fell to FlyQuest and 100 Thieves, which might come as a surprise after the team defeated Echo Fox. Come on, Kate. Echo Fox last week, but it goes to show how volatile these matchups can be. Now, Optic Gaming was also defeated by 100 Thieves as well as Cloud9 this week, with one last week to pull themselves up by their bootstraps.
FlyQuest's win over the Golden Guardians kept them in 8th place this week, but their loss to CLG, although hard fought, kept them from rising in the ranks.
It's true. Now in 7th place, CLG had a fantastic week 8, defeating FlyQuest and most notably Team Echo Fox. How am I not? I know the difference. It's not Eco, it's Echo. I was thinking of it earlier today when I was on E-League. I actually pronounced it Mouse Esports instead of Mouse Sports because, I don't know, I was scared and I loved what I did. Anyway, Team Echo Fox. This was a repeat from week 3 where CLG was the first team to mar Echo Fox's perfect record. I did say that. Okay, they're still one of only 2 teams to defeat that top-ranked teamy team.
All right, tied for 5th are teams Liquid and Solo Mid.
TSM.
Liquid lost to Clutch Gaming and TSM lost to C9, but what decided their placings was when Liquid and TSM went head-to-head. TSM emerged victorious, making both teams just out of reach for the next placing.
Now the ties don't end there, as we have 100 Thieves and Clutch Gaming coming in 3rd place. Now Clutch Gaming indeed suffered defeat to Liquid, cushioned by the warm and fuzzy feelings of handing Echo Fox their 5th loss of the season. That's a nice thing to do. Now with 10-6 record, both Clutch Gaming and 100 Thieves are just 1 win away from catching up for their 1st place spot.
So close. The feud for power continues between Echo Fox and Cloud9, with Echo Fox going 0-4-2 and C9 inching their way up to a tie for 1st place.
It's true. Now the 9th and final week of play goes down this Saturday and Sunday, starting at 2 p.m. Pacific. Look forward to sets like Eco. Oh my gosh! No!
You are doing so well.
I know. I just can't even. I just can't today. Anyway, look forward to sets like Echo Fox versus 100 Thieves and Cloud9, C9 High versus Team Liquid. Be sure to check out lolesports.com to keep up the scores and watch all the action as it happens. Echo Fox.
You got this. You read like through 2 whole paragraphs and said Echo, and then all of a sudden,
and then I just, you know,
you were do a rebrand.
I just rebrand. Re-rack. I'll re-rack this.
Do it.
Guys, everybody has this. So anyway, actually, this is one for you because I already did my part of this.
All right. So we had the chance to interview an esports personality earlier today, and that's one of the things we love about the show.
It's true.
The opportunity to get insight into how the wide world of esports.
I feel so much okay. Esports it is. I really love that. Esports.
Anyway, how esports operates. While we sit here and wait for you to return, let's toss it over to our IRL esports segment for this week.
Down to me. Well, now, since esports is a global phenomenon, it's in all different time zones, and not everybody is awake at the same time. That's how time zones work. But with the power of technology, anything is possible, even pre-taping interviews. And this week, we've got someone who just left their cushy job at the top of the esports PR scene to continue to stay at the top of the esports scene by starting her own company with 2 other partners in the esports business. And this company, it's called the Story Mob, and it hails as one of the only full-service esports communication companies. Please welcome to the show, Story Mob co-founder, Kalie Moore. Kalie, thank you so much for being here from across the pond. First off, tell people who you are, what you do, and a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. So first of all, thank you so much for having me on. My name's Kalie Moore. As you already mentioned, I'm a co-founder of the Story Mob, which is the world's first communications consultancy dedicated solely to esports. There's a lot of gaming PR companies out there that dabble in esports, but we are solely focused on esports. Before co-founding the Story Mob, I was head of communications sorry, recovering from a cold. I was head of communications at Bitcraft Esports Ventures, the world's first venture capital fund solely dedicated to esports based in Berlin and LA. And I handled the comms and PR for the fund and also most of the 16 portfolio companies. Before that, I was in tech PR.
Okay, now I know you've been giving a ton of interviews lately, already fielding this question. We're going to ask it again. First, tell us about Story Mob, how it came about, and why you think the esports industry needs an agency just like this.
Yeah, so let me start off by saying I have 2 co-founders, Anna Razvandovic and Nicola Piggott. We came together to form the Story Mob because we saw a genuine gap in the market for brands, teams, and companies who wanted to effectively reach the esports audience and to really speak their language. We also saw a huge gap in the B2B market as well. I mean, brands and teams always want to reach their fans first, but just as esports is professionalizing, they also really need to reach brands that will eventually become sponsors or venture capital or private equity funds for additional investment. And with all of our experience, we have kind of feet in both corners, and we thought it would just be a perfect fit to bring all of our knowledge and experience together to create one agency.
Now, you mentioned experience, and there's a wealth of it between all of you guys. Well, first of all, what is that experience of your other 2 co-founders and partners? And also, tell me about some of these first projects that you're tackling, one specifically with Team Liquid.
Yeah, so Anna was VP of Communications at ESL, so world's largest esports event organizer for the last 4 years. So she has vast experience on the brand side of things, as they have a lot of huge sponsorships, and also the event organizing side of things. Nicola was leading communications for esports at Riot, which we all know Riot Games, for the last 6 years. So we have that publisher, team, brand, and then of course my startup and venture capital background. So even though we officially announced in February, we've been in talks about this for well over 8 months before we started. And we reached out to some of the favorite people that we've worked with in the past. So our first client was Team Liquid. Nicola worked with them a lot from her Riot days. We're definitely fans of the team ourselves. So yeah, we first signed with them, and last week we had one of our most exciting projects to date. We did the ribbon cutting ceremony for the Alienware training facility where Liquid's teams now practice and work from in Santa Monica. So that was a big moment, a long time coming. And really it's great for the future of esports too, to be able to separate where the teams live from where the team works. So we just have that more professional work-life balance. We also work with Fnatic, and so we got to do their PR after their big win at IM Katowice last week. And then we have a lot of really great startups we're working with. For instance, today we did a funding announcement for Runtime, which is a performance nutrition company for esports. So yeah, they're the first in the world for that specific gamer market, really focusing on helping you grow, getting your right nutrition needs, not having that sugar crash. So yeah, lots of exciting things in the works currently and in the future.
Wow, exciting. Okay, so let's ask this question, because you know, your 2 other co-founders, you are all ladies, right? And it's hard to break into the industry, no matter if you're a man or a woman. But what advice can you give to those esports fans that really want to go into esports? Like, what's some of your advice there for those people looking?
So first of all, I don't think it's hard to get into esports if you really want to. I think the market is growing like crazy. With the more investments come the more jobs. But passion isn't going to get you a job, like only passion. You really have to show how you can add value. And there's lots of ways to do that before you even get hired. Like, let's say you want to be or on your way to being a data scientist. You could totally create a stats blog, analyzing different games or different players and adding value to the community that way. If you want to get in on the comms or journalism side of things, it's really easy to write your own content and get guest posts at already existing blogs. That's actually how I got into PR in the first place, not in esports per se, but I had a tech blog about the Berlin startup scene, and it started to get featured in different publications, and that's how I made my first journalist connections and got really plugged into the scene there. So whatever you can do to channel your passion into value is going to help you enter the scene.
Nice. Okay, so here's one of our favorite questions, and I'm sure it's one you've been asked time and time again, which is, it's sometimes difficult to explain the passion, the excitement around esports or competitive gaming. What is your answer to those people who find out what you do and find out what scene you were in and why people should get into it who might be skeptical? What do you say?
Well, I don't have anything to prove. I don't care if people get esports. The fact is, it's here to stay. I prefer to show people rather than tell them. I love to bring my friends to the big events because when you are standing in front of like Spodek Stadium in Poland and you see 10,000 people in the freezing cold wrapped around that stadium waiting to get in, and the energy, that was my first event years ago too, by the way. It is like nothing else. For the skeptics out there, or perhaps for my parents out there, I simply cite the numbers. Newzoo just released their latest report. Global esports revenue this year is over $900 million. In the next 3 years, it's going to be $1.65 billion. Just the numbers alone speak for themselves.
Yeah, numbers don't lie. Well, Kalie, thank you so much. You have given us a wealth of information and, quite frankly, some really powerful stuff. So where can people find you, your work? Have any special shout outs? Now is your time.
Yes. So you can find us at www.thestorymob.com. We are also on Twitter under that same name. And I just want to say a shout out to my two co-founders. Starting a business is hard, no matter if it's in esports. I cannot imagine doing it with two better people. I'm just so thrilled that we have done this together.
Awesome. Well, thank you once again, Kalie.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hey!
Look, Chops, we can wave.
FTL! Anyway, let's talk. So that we just saw video highlights, is a segment where we get to showcase stories within... You know what? It's something that we like to do, and that's all I've got to tell you about it. At any rate, let's talk about what we're going to talk about next. Interact Me.
Vote it up.
Smite, Console Series, NHL 18, Halo 5, and StarCraft 2. StarCraft 2 and Smite have both been on the board for a very long time now.
They have, but they've both been pulling votes. So
That's true.
It's close.
But it
Ooh.
looks like Halo's already in a commanding lead. Commanding. I'll go there. I'll say what's up.
That's why he's
Halo's
the
having some big-
Master Chief.
I see what you did there, and I liked it. Halo's having a moment. In fact, they're having a few moments here on the HCW, Halo HWC. You know, Halo World Championships.
Letters are hard.
They are. So we're reading words and things. Oh, look at that. Halo 5. I shall start. You shall start. I shall start. You shall
You
start.
can start.
I will start. I will start. Here we are. Let's go to the videotape. Mind Freak walked away from the Halo World Championships 2018 Sydney Open long title as the reigning champions and $10,000 richer, and with a coveted spot in the Seattle World Championship Finals. Woohoo! That's here! To say that they walked through the competition would be an incredible understatement, as they finished off the tournament undefeated. You heard me right.
Ooh, amazing. Combining their wins from all four previous ANZ 2K Online tournaments, they currently hold a record of 17-0. That's a map record.
That's pretty good.
Mind Freak was not the only team to score place at the Seattle Finals. That honor was shared with runners-up Immunity. Immunity started off the tournament strong, going undefeated until the semifinals, where they were knocked into the losers bracket by Mind Freak. refusing to give in to despair, Immunity fought hard against Authority in the losers finals, eventually defeating them 4-3 to proceed to the grand finals and a rematch against Mindfreak.
It's true. Now, of course, their luck ended there, as they were defeated 0-4 by Mindfreak. So, still, getting a spot in the Seattle finals isn't a bad consolation prize, of course. Teams Authority, Rivalry Esports, Arcane, and Break Even didn't, in fact, but did round out the top 6 of the 4v4 tournament, each taking home one of them small slices of the prize pool for their troubles.
Ooh. On the free-for-all side of the Sydney Open, Mindfreaks Jr. walked away with top honors, scoring $2,000 and an automatic qualification for the FFA Finals in Seattle. Fellow team members Seduce and Madsy rounded out the top 3 in the tournament, while Immunity's Benno, Lone Wolf Pluton, and Authority's Wog rounded out the top 6.
I'll tell you, Halo has some great gamer tags as well. For more specifics on how the tournament went down, check out halo.gg and be sure to mark your calendars for the Halo World Championship 2018 Finals. They just happen to be in where?
Seattle!
That's right, April 13th through the 15th. For those of you interested in seeing them Spartans from all over the world compete live and in living color, tickets are on sale right now. For more information on how to buy or specifics about the event, head over to the previously mentioned halo.gg.
It's only a month away.
I know, right? They've got, let's see, they were just in Sydney. Right now they're headed to either Vegas or Mexico City. Mexico City, and then it's Vegas. I think, I'm totally making that up. Vegas, and then there is one more in London, Lennox? Nope, we already had London.
It's just Mexico and then final.
And then Seattle.
There we go.
Huzzah! Hello, let's talk about what you talk about. Do Smite still on the board, NHL 18, Paladins, and StarCraft 2, IEM.
I like that kind of dance you had going on there.
Thank you. You know, I worked on it a lot before I did it.
You know, I could tell the quality, the craftsmanship.
You know,
the attention to detail.
Anything worth doing is worth doing right.
That's so true.
Speaking of things we're doing right, looks like Paladins is up for it. Yeah, I'll jump on that train. I'll add my Siggy to the dealio. Yo.
10 seconds.
Ed's here. I don't know if you can tell. Edward.
What,
welcome.
Ed? I didn't hear anyone shouting at us.
What? Pray tell, you say? Looks like Paladins shall be the winner. Whence do we speak?
All
Tara?
right. Phase 4 of the Paladin console series. I don't know what that voice was. Which, by the way, is a Mixer exclusive. Catch it only here. Console agnostic. That means PlayStation and Xbox tournament has just finished their Phase 4 finals.
They're like stages, but they're phases. Each phase is only a month long and consists of 3 weeks of tournaments that end in the 4th week with a monthly final. See? Like stages, but just called phases. Once the phases were over, the console wars begin, and this is where the Xbox finalists face off against the PS4 finalists.
PS4 finalists?
What? Who? Wearing things?
All right, Phase 4 just wrapped, and next week we're looking at the start of Phase 5. But let's take a look at how the Phase 4 finals went. In the EU Xbox division, we saw Vex Gaming take on Revolt. We did see a great start from Vex as they took the first victory, but Revolt decided that's all the slack Vex was going to get. Revolt then took the following 3 games and became EU's Phase 4 Xbox Division champions. As for PlayStation, there wasn't much of a struggle for victory at all as Flashpoint slaughtered Kick 3-2-0, only allowing Kick to amass 2 points in the entire round.
PlayStation. Heading back home, the NA's Xbox division saw a far closer match between Elevate and Revert Aim. Now, with Revert Aim taking the first and second round, but Elevate wasn't about to come this far without showing everyone what they got. Elevate then proceeded to take the next 2 rounds, bringing us into that coveted Game 5. Now, Game 5, unfortunately, didn't last long, though, as Elevate continued on their stampede through this game and became NA's Phase 4 Xbox champions. Competitive fiery drained into the PS. I think you're gonna need to read this because
The competitive fury drained into the PS4 North American Finals as the streets of Drury Lane took on the Flying DualShocks. Starting with Drury Lane's win in round 1, the teams began trading wins back and forth. DualShocks round 2, Drury round 3, DualShocks round 4, but it seems no one told DualShocks to keep the pattern going as DualShocks shut out Drury Lane in round 5 to become the Phase 4 PS4 champions.
It's fury. That's the word I couldn't say. That's fun. Hi, whatever. Anyway, the winners this week, all things as we hop into Phase 5, all fresh and new and baby-faced. Truth. Now, for those wishing to stay up to date on all things Paladins, be sure to follow Paladins on Twitter at Paladins Pro, and you can catch the start of Phase 5's opening brackets. There's no F in brackets. This Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. That's 8 a.m. Pacific on Mixer.com/Paladins
Game. This is the only place you can watch it. Here with
That's
us.
just what we in the biz call an exclusive.
So we'll see you.
We'll see you in the Mixer chat.
All right, but I think now it's voting for the next
Now
segment.
it's voting time. It's voting time. Well, I don't think that's a good idea for me to say things. Oh, looky. We got Heroes of the Storm. Heroes of the Storm coming in hot. Fury. What? Who? What are we doing? Oh, sorry. There was discussion in the production room, but we are now predict.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
She said it, Lennox.
Wait, no, I didn't know. Please allow me back on. I'm sorry.
Please, dear God. Tara, you're always on. Hey, so we have some times. Who's winning? Who won? I can't see. Things happened. Heroes. Oh, Heroes of the... Wow, people just really do not want to hear about Smite, NHL, or StarCraft 2. So let's talk Heroes, shall we?
Yes, all right. So the 2018 Heroes of the Storm Global Championship has come to its halfway point, culminating the past 5 weeks of play into showdown between the best of North America and the best of Europe. I'm talking about that HGC Western Clash.
Now, straight out of Katowice, Poland, the Western Clash took place over the... Western Clash took out of... Okay, that's fine. Over the first weekend of May, and saw the top 4 teams from North America and Europe go head-to-head for a shot at regional bragging rights, placements in the mid-season brawl in June, and 30,000 sweet, delicious clams. That's another way of saying $30,000 or doll hairs, because they're not worth nothing. For those of you not up on your Al Capone era stereotypical gangster lingo. Clams.
Yeah.
I think I'm allergic to clams.
That would be...
Not money, though. I'm very much not allergic to money.
I was gonna say, I don't know that being allergic to clams, like, really... How often does one eat clams?
That's a good question. Not very often in my case.
All right, anyway, 8 teams started off the tournament, but only one walked away victorious. And that was Team...
Dignitas.
Dignitas. Oh my god.
Yay! I did one. Okay, you said echo correctly, so we're even.
Right, but then I said spurts. So.
Yeah, but spurts is a take on a word that I'm gonna start using more.
The e-spurts.
E-spurts. It's e-spurts. It's what we do over some places.
Well, anyway, when Dignitas won the e-spurts after fighting their way essentially uncontested through the bracket, Team Dignitas came up against Zealots in the grand final. Zealots were knocked out of the upper bracket early on, pushed their way back through the lower bracket to grand finals. But in Zealots' Cinderella story of second chances, Team Dignitas was the powerful and unforgiving flow of time, ringing in the stroke of midnight on their dreams.
Wow, you know what? If there's nothing else better than hearing Tara go for the drama, and I'll tell you something, it's like Shakespeare the way it was meant to be said. Those Zealots put up a great fight. Team Dignitas found victory. They didn't fight it. In fact, they found it, they conquered it, they enjoyed it in those grand finals, and they fought hard 4-3. Let's take a look at that winning moment. Roll it!
Mobstio's in trouble, and Chris is going in once again, but the kill against Mobstio, is it there? He goes to Sank, he does! Sanctification comes to play, ADR is tunneling, the kill against Genji, there's no way, Zealots, this is insane, Leoric falls, a 1-for-1 trade, it's a bloodbath, kills everywhere, Shat is dead, Dignitas turns it around once more, Mobstio is low and nearly dying, Chris wants to get the kill, Odin's still firing the big red button, Mobstio, he doesn't give up, they want to wait for Harmony, 40 more seconds, they somehow interrupt again, the explosion comes through, but it's still a 4 versus 2, everywhere we see Tracer jumping in and jumping out, and Celia,
oh my god! ADRD is doing his best to delay, he's still doing it, Chris is still alive, but he might finally fall soon, Harmony's on his way back, no way, ADRD is trying, but Wubby's going for the channel, can he get the final channel here, Tracer finally falls, so ADRD is able to scout away, but he gets taken out, Zarmony not able to come back, and Dignitas on the last altar, the last team fight will get the channel and become your Western Clash champions.
Point by exit pauses the game, but it is over. GG as Team Dignitas claims victory. They are your Western Clash champion.
In return for coming out on top. Team Dignitas earned themselves the lion's share of a $100,000 prize pool, a place in the 2018 HGC Mid-Season Brawl. The second placement for a team from Europa in the mid-season brawl. It was a well-deserved victory, but it looks like they celebrated a little too hard after receiving their trophy. And wow, there it is.
That's fine. Just fine.
Just fine.
That just shows you that everyone makes mistakes.
That's
and
right.
that being on stage is hard sometimes.
It is hard. Do you see how much confetti they're dealing with? Good God. There it is
probably,
again.
I would do it too.
Where's the meme for this? I need a GIF.
Gifts.
That was a GIF.
Oh, I like that. All right.
I'll be here all day.
To check out more detailed standings and final brackets for the Western Clash, to view a season schedule, or to catch up on any VODs of the tournament, be sure to log on to esports.heroesofthestorm.com.
I'm working on my core.
You are really
I'm working on my core, but you can't really see because I'm wearing black pants.
Yeah, you're
But I
kind
got
of
shoes on too.
You're kind of like a floating torso, but also bottom of some shoes.
Anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about me. Anywho's all. So yeah, we're doing things like trivias. Oh, it's okay now. Everybody get ready because once again, these leaderboards are for real boards.
Yeah, and you need to take down Lennox.
That's true.
That's what we're declaring.
That's the one. Now, we just actually talked about this. So the question you have to ask yourself is, which team won HGC Western Clash? I'll give you a hint. They had yellow on, which isn't that good of a hint because, you know, there's lots of yellow in esports.
There's a lot of yellow in esports.
Thinking about this, let's see. How many franchises I can think of? 3?
It could be even harder, Cooley, for colorblind.
Yeah, see? There it is.
That's why you gotta think
Tara
about...
works on the accessibility amongst other things, and I don't ever think about that, and here we are.
There we go. I'm watching out for you, colorblind folks.
One of the many things that this lady brings to the table each and every time she comes to host. Or just, shows up.
I'm here.
What is the answer? I'll tell you what the answer is. Team Dignitas.
That was such
I was waiting for a second. I was like, did I get it wrong? No, we just watched him.
We
just watched him drop the thing.
Yeah, which was pretty amazing. Ooh, all right, we got the next one. What time does the Paladins console series start on weekends?
What a delightful thing that they're all in Pacific time. Sorry, you East Coasters.
Haha, we're located here, so that's why it's in Pacific time.
Just kidding. We like East Coast people. They're fine.
Yeah, West Coast, Best Coast.
West Coast, Best Coast. Oh, don't start. Because this will be a thing. You know what? I'll start it. Why not?
Like, I've lived on both coasts.
Dubs. You lived on both coasts?
Yeah, I used to live in Boston. That's why I don't root for Boston in Overwatch League.
That's fair. My mom and bonus dad live in Boston.
It's a great place to visit. You should all visit
lovely.
Boston.
Yeah, for like a PAX or a major or to see my parents.
And then leave.
That's true. Like Vegas. It's a little like Vegas. Only colder and not like Vegas at all.
And more history. And,
more history.
Dead old people
I've heard
of the Revolutionary War
Sure.
times.
Yeah. That
got
whole
lots of
Freedom Trail situation.
Yeah, go see Paul Revere's house or something.
You could, and see if you can't find yourself in a blacksmith sort of situation.
Lennox is just back there laughing at us.
He's had enough of us. May I venture a guess? I'm going to say it's B. Is it C?
Oh, it changed times. It was a trick question.
See, it was a trick question, but we are going to say those who got the C right. Well done.
Good job.
Good job, GG to you.
I appreciate you for paying attention.
That's right. Way to be. Also, here's our last and final, Oh, which Halo team won the recent Halo WC Sydney event?
All right. Immunity, Mind Freak, Authority, or Arcane.
I am psyched about this. I think this is a little weird that I'm doing this, but I also can't stop. Now I've made you do it too.
It's infectious.
It is infectious, much like myself. That doesn't make sense. Well, it sort of does.
I mean, it depends what you have, I think.
That is a totally different stream. Join me every weekday at around 4 a.m. when I wake up in a cold sweat. Just don't do it. At any rate, I'll tell you who won. Who won? Is it Mind Freak? I don't know. Yes, it's Mind Freak. Mind Freak?
Yeah.
That was anticlimactic. Yes, Mind Freak! I know. We talked about it. Guys, this is your last chance to get on those leaderboards. And which League of Legends team leads the standings? Echo Fox and Cloud9, Clutch Gaming, TSM, or COG? Technology Gaming. Oh, man.
Come on, you guys.
I mean, I know which one should, but...
EcoFox. I'm sorry. I didn't need to do that. You said Echo, and
I
I
did
just
say
brought it,
Echo, and things
and
happen.
I just brought it back. But again, I spurts.
You Esports. You Esports. It's it's a
Oh,
condition.
these kids
Oh,
in
I got
there
a case of the
Esports.
Esports.
Gotta take a vitamin
Gotta
now.
take one of those, those C-vites. Esports. Getting a real bad case of the Esports up here once now. This is how our day has evolved. Let's see, we have 9 more seconds to go before I'm trying to remember who the French toast it was, and I can't remember.
I legitimately have no idea.
I legitimately cannot remember, and is it A? Yes, Echo Fox and Cloud9. Cloud9's having a particularly lovely week, month, year. As a franchise, they're doing okay.
I feel like
I'd say that.
they're always doing pretty good.
You know what? Speaking of things that are always doing, let's talk about upcoming tournaments. Starting us off.
All right, Mixer is pleased to have both Smite Global Series and Smite Pro League providing us with near daily content from Monday through Friday, starting next week, Monday, March 20th at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. That will be the kickoff for Season 5 of Pro League, and we have a few surprises in store for viewers, so tune in for said surprises at mixer.com/SmiteGame to catch the action.
It's true. Moving right along. So this is actually not an order on the actual thing, but it is actually on that graphic. We're talking Gwent Masters. Yes, you heard me. Gwent, the digital card game from the Witcher series, is an official esports, and it's got an official esports series. It's called Gwent, the Witcher card game. It's having their open number 4 event is in Warsaw, Poland this weekend. Poland, of course, known as the country of origin for the entire Witcher series. Fun fact. Now, the game within a game now has its own standalone game, and the developers are giving this title the love it deserves with constant support. Check out masters.playgwent.com, masters.playgwent.com for more information on the event and where to watch. Doop, doop, doop. I like it because it has Siri in it, and there was a time when I did a cosplay for Siri. CD Projekt Red, what's up? Yeah,
That's awesome.
it's great.
I did not do a Cortana cosplay because the next thing we're talking about is Halo.
That's the one.
We did have someone else from Mixer for Halloween dress up as Cortana though.
I believe I saw
And it was Derek, so he won best costume as Cortana. I did his makeup that day.
Well, see, you know
So-
what? You're a game day player.
It's a team effort. All right, so it's March, so that means there's non-stop Halo action coming your way this month. We have the Halo World Championship making a stop in Mexico City this weekend. Competition will be starting at 8 a.m. Pacific on Saturday and Sunday, so check out mixer.com/Halo and halo.gg for more information on the tournament.
It's true, man. And Mexico City loves themselves some Halo. They love themselves some Gears. That is a great town. I would say, and I'm going to go on the record on this one, as great as Katowice, Poland is, with the Sputnik Arena, it's the arena. At any rate, I feel like Katowice, Poland, Mexico City, Mexico, they're competing for best esports place.
Well, I feel like the crowds in Mexico
That's
are
what I'm
so
saying. That's what I'm
they're so
saying,
like
man.
animated and into it and like
Yeah.
clearly invested. And I think that's what makes it like an amazing place to watch esports.
I'll tell you, you're not wrong, and I would never say it, even if it were true. But we'll be right here. Oh, wait though. Who is on our leaderboard?
Ooh.
Nyx Persona. Just kidding. Fire Dragon Flint. Wow, great name.
I
And
liked
you got, is that the numbers means 5 right? Yeah, 5 right. Nice. The most right out of everybody. 8 questions. Okay.
We had 7 questions, so
Well,
5 out of
that's-
7
yeah.
questions.
That's more than a passing grade in many schools I've attended. Let's see. We got Fire Dragon Flint coming in at number 1. Close on their heels is Canadian Kite Fire thing.
It transitioned before we could fully say it. We're sorry.
We're sorry, but you guys,
We're sorry.
Well done. Sorry about our case of the Esports, but we're super psyched that you've been right here all time because we'll be right here each and every Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific at 6 p.m. Eastern on this channel you're watching right now, mixer.com/thisweekinesports.
I hope that you guys keep saying esports after I'm gone.
I'm just telling you, it's trending on Twitter right now. Trust me.
Oh, I'm so good at viral content and marketing. That's why I have like 6 Twitter followers.
Well, if more esports stuff comes, this is what's happening. Make sure to watch our past episodes right below on our channel because, quite frankly, this is totally in the wheelhouse of crazy shows that go off rails. That's what we do. That's actually part of the appeal.
Oh,
Maybe?
good.
I don't know. I don't know why you're watching.
It is now.
It is now. Thanks for watching, though. You could also follow us on Watch Mixer for updates on the show and esports.
The esports,
What's also happening in
the wide world of esports. Also, tune in to Esports Weekend.
If you're having an esports week.
Starting at 8 a.m. Pacific this Saturday. We only show esports content on mixer.com/channel 1 during the weekends, and we started off by replaying this very episode. I'm so sorry.
Oh, so fantastic news. This weekend is stacked with content. On Saturday, we'll be showing off Paladins Console Series European Region Gamers Season. European Region, that's 1. Gamers with a Z, Season 2. That's 2. Madden Ultimate League, that's 3. And of course, the Halo World Championship Mexico City, that's 4. Now, that's Saturday. Let's talk Sunday. We'll be showing the North American Regional Tournament for the Paladins Console Series, alongside more Halo WSC action, and of course, the continuation of Gamers with a Z, Season 2.
And finally, don't forget to watch our sister show with the brother
2
casters.
dudes. Oopsies, my thing came out.
Anyway, watch it. Tips and tricks every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific on mixer.com/tips and tricks.
It's true. Now, we are going to be hosting that brand new, spanking new, fabulous game called the Darwin Project, a tournament happening at the flagship Microsoft Store over in New York City. It's actually the Mixer studio. Who knew? It's a cool game with baked-in interactivity, so tune in to interact with the players and the broadcast, or the stream, depending on how you pronounce and define broadcast. Not me. Anyway, goodbye. And Tara, huge thank you to this one. Filling in, doing some badness. Like real good badness, you know what I'm talking about?
Badness at saying
Badness
words.
to the bone. Esports. So from us over here on the esports desk to your esports. Esports.